Hi y'all, welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing a full set from start to finish, so I'm kicking this off by doing some natural nail prep, taking this cuticle softener and putting it around my cuticle area. I did spill a bit. I am going to stop for a moment to clean it up with the lint-free wipe and then let it sit. After letting this sit for a little bit, I am going to begin pushing back the cuticles using this tool here. It is double-sided, so we want to use this edge, not the pointed edge. Gently pushing backwards, being very careful, and doing this kind of slow so that I can push those cuticles back and see the dead skin on my nail plate that needs to be removed. And of course, I am going to do this for each of the nails. Once I'm done doing the pushing motion, I'm going to flip this exact same tool to the other side where we have this like sharper, I won't call it a sharper edge, but it's more of a flat edge. Gently push that dead skin off of the nail plate. I'll be skipping doing cuticle nipping here. I didn't feel like I needed it, but if you want to do that, you totally could at this step. Clean off the natural nail with an alcohol prep pad, and then I'm going to go in with my dehydrator and primer because I do intend to keep this set on for a while. Both products I'm using are going to be from Ombre. I have so much of this stuff that I'm just trying to run through the bottle, so we are going to use this until it's empty. But of course, first comes dehydrator, and then after that would come primer. And the primer, we're going to let it sit for a couple of seconds because it does need to dry down. To apply my gel extensions though, I'm going to be using this product here, which is new to me. This is the Doughy Base. As you may or may not know, I like to apply my gel extensions using base gels. Not all of them work in the same way. I'm very particular about what I like. It has to be a little bit on the thicker side. Retention has to be great. So really, I'm testing this product out for the first time because normally I use the Yogo Zombie Base Gel. And I want to give it a full fighting chance. So I am applying this all over my natural nails first. I will say this is on the thicker side, so I was really excited for this. I also like the brush. And if you are looking for products that are HEMA-free, this is considered HEMA-free. So after applying this, do a full cure, and for this product I did do 60 seconds, but of course with any base gel you're using, go ahead and check the back of the bottle. I'm always going to preach that because that's what's going to give you the most accurate curing time. So I forgot to prep the inside of my extensions. I'm going to be using the Ombre Gel X Prep to chemically do so because at this point I already had my base gel on. It's sticky. If I would have pulled out my e-file and mini standing band like I typically do, I would have kicked up dust everywhere. It would have got caught in my base gel and been a whole hot mess, and I didn't want to deal with it, so that is why I'm using this. What we want to do here is make sure that we're scrubbing this product in, and at the bottom half of the extension there's going to be a little bit of texture left. If you are using the Ombre tips like I am here, the number at the bottom is going to disappear, and that's kind of my indicator for making sure that I've done enough. So at this point, I'm going to use that same base gel to attach the gel extensions. If you've never done this before, never seen it, basically what you want to do is put gel on the bottom half of the extension. So make sure you're fully covering the left side, the right side, come to the middle and pull downward and leave a little ball of gel at the base. Then flip it over, line it up with your cuticle area and press down slowly in a 45-degree angle, and then you're going to see that gel hit the tip of your natural nail. As soon as it does, put your hand in your lamp and flash cure. I really like to use a touch activated or motion censored desk lamp. It makes life so much easier. The other thing I always like to mention is if you are applying your gel extensions, I do find it easier to work outside in. So for my right hand, I like to work from pinky to thumb. And then for my left hand, I like to work from thumb to pinky. As a disclaimer, if it's your first time here, when you are working with gel, you cannot leave any of this gel on your skin. So let's say you accidentally put too much gel in the bottom half of the extension, it seeps out the side. Immediately stop what you're doing and clean it up, because if you don't do so, you can develop a lifelong allergy if you let gel sit on your skin. So please don't take the risk. I will say when using this gel, I noticed that it didn't flash cure as fast as my Yogo Zombie base gel does. So I did have to sit here, I would say for about 10 to 15 seconds, but normally I would do 5 to 10 seconds. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Just make sure you're super still. At this point, I've had this set on for a week. I don't have any lifting, chipping, or anything like that. So it's been holding up well so far, but of course I will come back with an update. We're at the last nail at this point, and we've only been doing a flash cure. So of course now we need to do a full cure in a big lamp. So let's go ahead and do that for 60 seconds. And when it comes to this look, I really want the tips to be nice and glassy. So I'm going to flip these nails upside down, take a no wipe top gel. I decided to stick with the doughy top. It's a low viscosity. It's thin enough not to be bulky under here. I normally tell you this step is optional, but for this look, this part is definitely necessary. Like, look at the difference here. So let's go ahead and do a full cure. Next, I need to do a bit more shaping and filing. I want these to look more customized to my natural nails. This fits pretty well, but I just want to do a little bit more. So I'm taking my file. For extensions, I like to use a 80/80 grit file, just going around the edges and the tips of the nails to get rid of those like uneven pieces that always sit at the tip of extensions. And then I'm going to be taking my sanding band in my e-file and completely removing the shine from the nail. I like to do this to make sure that the polish doesn't chip. Since I already have my e-file out, I am going to go gently around my cuticle area just to make sure everything is sitting nice and flush to my natural nail. It's time for the nail art, and I'm going to get started with my base color. Today I'm using D&D's Sunset Suede. This is a very pretty neutral base color. Love this one when I want to do like an ombre or French tip. For this look, I'm not applying this all over the extension. So I'm starting at my cuticle area, working my way towards the tip, but as soon as I see my natural nail, I'm just gonna stop. Unfortunately, each of my natural nails are a different length, so the point in which I stop varies from nail to nail, but that's okay because it works for this look. Once I'm done though, I am not gonna do a cure because I would like to do my ombres a little different than most. So at this point, I am gonna take this ombre brush, which I really like because it's very soft, so that it's looking blended. You don't want the color to just sit there and look very harsh. Granted, this is a natural base color, so it's not going to look super dramatic no matter what you do, but you always want to blend out the edges. So I'm just gently pulling towards the tip using these very, very light tapping motions, really letting the brush do all of the work. I don't want to have any pressure applied to the brush. I am going to flash cure because I don't necessarily want to do a full cure at this point. So now I'm taking this gel polish here. This is a magnetic gel from the Divock Glacé collection, and this one has gold particles but a clear base. As you can see, I'm not applying too much of this magnetic gel because I don't want it to be overpowering, because these particles, they're not really super tiny and fine, but they're not super chunky either. They're perfect middle ground. They show enough, but they're not overpowering. So in order to get this look, what you're gonna do is take the magnetic gel and apply it from literally where the natural nail stops to the tip, and take your magnet and push the particles to where you want them. Once you have them in place, go ahead and flash cure, because you don't want those magnetic particles moving out of place as you're working on the finger next to it. When you apply your magnetic gel, make sure to use very gentle and light pressure so you don't get streaks. And I'm just applying a very thin layer because I wanted to keep that glassy look. If you want to build this up, you totally can. Just make sure you cure in between layers. I am taking my magnet and moving up and down. And then once I have most of the particles in the center, I'm going to move in a circular motion to give them this like orb effect right at the tip of the nail. And I'm basically doing that for each of the nails, but I'm not having the orb in the exact same place because I do want it to look a bit unique when you're moving your hand in the light. So if you want to see more nail looks like this, maybe different magnetic colors, let me know in the comments down below what you think, because I can definitely do that. I have a good set of magnetic gels at this point, and that would be really fun to do. After I flash cure each of the nails, we got to do a full cure. So let's go ahead and do that for 60 seconds. And then at this point, we're going to add the lace. In order to apply, you do need to have a nail foil gel, something that's basically advertised to work with nail foils. I have tried it with base gel and it's such a hit or miss, it's not even worth like focusing on it. But basically, I'm just applying a very thin layer of this right on top of where I put that magnetic gel and created that like cat eye effect. I don't want to put it all the way down the nail. After you're done, this is still a gel product, so we are going to do a full cure, and I like to do 60 seconds. Personally, I take my lace foils and I cut them into very small squares before I get started, and then I like to line mine up exactly where I want it. Once you get it there, push downwards and you're gonna add some pressure onto the foil. The key here is to get it as flat as possible because as you can see, it's like wrinkling up depending upon the shape of the nail you're using. Then once you've applied enough pressure, you just snatch it off and the design should ideally transfer. Sometimes this can be hit or miss for me. One of my tips I would say is don't apply the foil as soon as you get done curing. Let it cool down for like 5 seconds. Don't let it cool down for like 2 minutes. You have to do it in the perfect timing. It's very odd and it's going to be dependent upon whatever product you're using, honestly. So once again, lay that foil, apply pressure, and then snatch it off pretty quick. I find that that makes it easier than moving slowly because sometimes it gets really sticky and it starts pulling. I like to use this silicone tool with the flat edge to press it down even more if I feel like my finger just isn't doing enough. This was very helpful to use to smooth out any like ridges and ripples. Then my glove was getting in the way, so I started to use these pointed tweezers to snatch the lace off, and that worked even better. So silicone tool, pointed tweezers, this will help you. Here's what everything is looking like at this point. So I was going to do another 3D flower, but I know y'all are sick of me and these flowers, so I decided to add a little bit more color at the base because I felt like the lace was just sitting on top. So I'm starting at the cuticle area and working my way slightly above where my natural nail stops, so it looks like the lace is like poking from underneath instead of just placed on top. I'm gonna do that for each of the nails using very light pressure, and then if I need to, take my ombre brush to blend it a little bit more. At this point, we are going to do a full cure in a big lamp, no flash cures. And to wrap everything up, we're going to seal it in with a non-wipe glossy top gel and do my final cure. And here are what the nails look like all done. So I really wanted to take it back to our roots where we used to do the bridal type nails, and these nails are really easy to do. It looks like we tried harder than we did. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so on your way out. But in the meantime, I will see you in one of these videos here.